Shares in a top Macau gambling company, Suncity Group, took a deep dive on Tuesday in the wake of police arresting its CEO and 10 others over the weekend. Shares dropped as low as 40% during the day. CEO Alvin Chow is the subject of an arrest warrant in mainland China where gambling is illegal. He and others have also been accused of money laundering. They allegedly engaged in this by using the world's largest gambling hub to run an illegal live web betting platform in the Philippines that attracted mainland Chinese. Some experts suggest this signals a new era for gambling in Macau, with Beijing no longer tolerating any promotion of the activity on the mainland. News of the arrest already spooked investors on Monday, sending down shares of major casinos in the city. As Suncity Group takes stock of recent developments, it says Chow intends to resign from his position. And in a statement released on Monday, it added that operations would not be impacted in the event that it ceased to have his support.
This variant is a cause for concern, not a cause for panic.
U.S. President Joe Biden urged Americans on Monday not to panic over the new COVID-19 variant known as Omicron and said the United States was working with pharmaceutical companies to make contingency plans if new vaccines were needed. Biden said the country would not go back into lockdowns and promised to lay out his strategy on Thursday for combating the pandemic over the winter.
The very day the World Health Organization identified the new variant, I took immediate steps to restrict travel from countries in southern Africa. But while we have that travel restrictions can slow the speed of Omicron, it cannot prevent it. But here's what it does. It gives us time. It gives us time to take more actions, to move quicker, to make sure people understand you have to get your vaccine. You have to get the shot. You have to get the booster.
Biden said it was inevitable that Omicron cases, which were first detected in southern Africa, would soon emerge in the United States. He said officials were still studying Omicron but believed that existing vaccines would continue to protect against severe disease. But Biden said his administration was working with vaccine makers Pfizer, Moderna, and Johnson & Johnson just in case.
And I will also direct the FDA and the CDC to use the fastest process available without cutting any corners for safety to get such vaccines approved and on the market if needed.
A U.S. travel ban took effect earlier on Monday, blocking most visitors from 8 southern African nations from entering the country.
We are deeply disappointed by the decision of several countries to prohibit travel.
Despite criticism from leaders in southern Africa on the new travel restrictions, the White House Monday said the measures weren't about punishing any nation, but about protecting Americans. Biden said the restrictions were intended to buy the country time to get more people vaccinated, despite considerable vaccine hesitancy in the United States, with just 59% of all Americans fully vaccinated. Nearly 782,000 people have died from COVID-19 in the United States, according to a Reuters tally.
Estas 4 personas, una familia de 2 adultos y un bebé.
These 4 people were a family of 2 adults, a baby, and a 3-year-old child. The other 4 people breathed in smoke, but are not in any serious condition.
Ningún problema grave y la estructura no está afectada, el incendio está totalmente.
The structure is not affected. The fire is completely extinguished. We are ventilating. The forensic police are working to identify the causes. We do not have any hypothesis at the moment.
Una evidencia que podamos identificar de cara a determinar estas causas.
Omicron's very emergence is another reminder that although many of us might think we're done with COVID-19, it's not done with us.
That was the head of the World Health Organization after a frantic weekend of headlines about the new COVID Omicron variant. Global governments are racing to assess the risk of this new strain, which has already been detected in many countries. Scientists say it could take weeks, and some are preparing for the worst. Israel and Japan, for example, have closed down their borders to foreigners. Other countries are reimposing travel and social distancing measures. But as of Monday afternoon, there have been no known deaths directly linked to Omicron. And in South Africa, part of the region where Omicron was first detected, government advisors, including a Columbia University disease expert, are saying vaccines should still be a major safeguard against it. This was Professor Salim Abdul with Columbia and South Africa's University of KwaZulu-Natal with the government on Monday.
Our current treatment still effective? Yes, smiley face, because we know that most of the things we use in our standard treatment protocols should be effective. Based on what we know and based on how the other variants of concern have reacted to vaccine immunity, we can expect that we will still see high effectiveness for hospitalization and severe disease, and that protection of the vaccines is likely to remain strong. Now, I don't know this definitively, the studies are being done, but based on what we know, we can expect that this is the likely scenario.
Vaccine makers including Moderna, Johnson & Johnson, and Pfizer's partner BioNTech said they're already working on new vaccines specifically targeted to Omicron in case the current vaccines prove ineffective.